Valentine Holmes shifting to the wing, and Aaron Gray will get his first cap in the NRL in Sharks colours after 42 games as a South Sydney Rabbitoh from 2015 until the end of last year. It's a healthy crowd here in Cronulla. Thursday night matches haven't traditionally drawn big crowds, but feel good. It looks a picture tonight here at Southern Cross Group Stadium.
Oh, the kids will turn up in the Shire, mate, to come and watch the Sharks play. And I just want to repeat, there's a very strong breeze blowing down the ground from the south that is behind the Cronulla Sharks. They won the toss and elected to run with it. There's always a conjecture, do you run with the wind or do you run into it? They've decided to go with it, so they're looking to get their first win of the season. They want early points.
It'll be Cronulla with the first touch, Dugan the catcher. And you could just see the impact of the breeze there on the kickoff. The ball suspended up in midair and only reaching the 30-metre line. Here's Andrew Fafita now with his first involvement for Cronulla. Since 1999, when the joint venture between St George and Illawarra came into play, there's been 40 meetings between these teams. The Dragons have won 20, the Sharks 19 with one draw, which puts an exclamation point next to the intense nature of the rivalry these clubs share. Here's Bakuya within 5 of the halfway, and on the fourth tackle draws the first penalty of the night after 40 seconds.
Got to come out together, guys. Thanks, Jeff.
So Chad Townsend
With the foot there, Aaron.
sends Cronulla inside Dragons territory. And here's Gallen. He drew the jeers of the Townsville crowd last week. A much warmer reception from his home fans tonight. Townsend across, and an inside pass finds Andrew Fafita. A fine tackle there around the legs by Cameron McInnes, who averages over 40 tackles per game as a Dragon. Now Dugan up from fullback. He takes the Sharks to the 20-metre line. And now Gallen goes for a third tackle. Gallop towards the 10. Graham, one of the tacklers, in the centre of the park. Only the fourth here for Cronulla. A chance now. Townsend, Wade Graham tried to step inside Ben Hunt, but Frizzell was there to help, as was Ewan Aitken. And the Dragons' goal line defence good there. Here's the final play. Townsend catches and kicks in one motion, and the weight was good. And there's no way back from that Dufty.
Good play by the Sharks. 4 tackles, they get a penalty. They complete their first set of 6 and finish it off constructively with a nice little grubber kick into the end goal. Townsend taking ownership there, a 5th tackle. Dufty, no alternative but to play at it, and the Dragons have got more defence to do.
It's a really clever kick. There's much room to get that ball through, and his body was turned sideways.
Yeah, clock's
He's had to kick across his body,
Stay
got the
on.
right weight, and kept the pressure on.
Not early.
With it now from under the crossbar. Oh.
And look at the breeze get hold of this. It only goes 32 metres, that kick. Talking to Brad just before kickoff, he reckoned it might have been a 10-point breeze, this. Now to Matt Pryor. Ball comes out, play on. It was an attempted offload which went backwards, and now Bakuya scoops up and runs to within 5 of the Dragons' line. St George Illawarra haven't touched the ball yet, except to restart. Brayley off for Townsend, now for Moylan, off for Dugan, gives to Latelli, jamming in for the wing Nightingale. There's experience. He knew exactly when to come in, and he made the tackle on the Sharks centre. Dugan with a lot of involvement through 3 and a bit minutes. Gallen the man tackled, 4 out from the line. De Bellin was the man who made the tackle. Brayley off for Townsend, now for Moylan. Tries to find an option, but he's shut down there. They've lost some meterage, the Sharks. Gray into dummy half this time. Back for another Townsend kick. It's shallow, and it gives his outside man a chance to leap. Latelli went up and caught it and tried to get it back. But the Dragons, they've weathered an almighty early storm.
It's going to be a long first half for them if they can't get some possession. This breeze is very strong, and the Sharks look to be on song early.
Here's Paul Vaughan. They've only travelled Up to their own 30-metre line through 4 tackles on this set. Jack de Belin with a run. 3 line breaks for him last week. 37 tackles to go with that. Is he an Origin player in waiting this year, de Belin? Hunt with the kick, and he keeps it low. It tumbles end over end for Valentine Holmes to run back with great vigour. He was met with interest, though, by Frizzell and McInnes and Graham. He's Fecky in a dummy half. And already the Sharks up into Dragons territory here. Here's Brayley. Only 2 runs of the ball against North Queensland last week. He runs that time, picks up 10 metres for his team. Now Gallen. Graham and Frizzell account for him. Pryor up to the 20, nearly ducks his head through the line there, the front rower. They're 15 short. The Sharks, they're running hard, aren't they? Townsend with another kick to the in goal. Oh, there was a late dive. There was Bakuya the man, but the kick was just a fraction too deep.
Oh,
Well, they certainly needed that St George Illawarra. That ball to go dead. Offload here finds McDonald. A restart with an extra 20 metres and one more tackle will put them in good stead. They haven't been that in the first 5.5 minutes. But they'll be kicking from the other end of the field when they get to the end of this set.
Might go to Brad down on the sideline. You're prepared to put a value on this first half breeze, Freddie?
Well, I said 10, but I think Cronulla got to stop thinking they can pass their way to score points, and they've got to start running to score points. The Dragons' defence was outstanding, but I don't think they'll tested that heavily. As in, the wind is blowing, but I've got to say it's blowing in a lot of people to this ground. They were talking about in the paper today that they're looking to make this a Sunday game and get a full crowd. This ain't much less than a full crowd tonight.
No, absolutely. It's a great ground to come and watch football, particularly when it's full. Here's Widdop. The first incursion by the Dragons down in Sharks territory, and Dugan, he passes his first assignment at fullback tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree with Brad Fittler in regards to Cronulla with their attack. They want to bring Matt Moylan into the game, and I think he's a special player. He works best off a quick play the ball and making late decisions, and everybody's got to be ready to go when he goes. You don't want him going sideways in structured play too often. It becomes easy to read and easy to defend. It'll take a while for him to stamp his game in this team, but it'll work quicker. They're going straighter. Here he is kicking the football.
And he's got a good whack on this. It might be too deep, in fact. It's going to hold up in the in goal momentarily, and then it rolls dead.
I'm going 30, Goffy.
Yeah, just watching the Sharks' patterns, it would appear that Moylan has been asked just to fill the Maloney role. It's a very similar pattern, very similar plays to what James Maloney ran here last year. So rather than playing to Matt Moylan's strengths, they're just asking him to play like James Maloney, which is not going to suit him, or it's going to take him longer to fit into the team. Anyway, there's an error here by the St George Illawarra Dragons. Jason Nightingale.
Everyone's up.
Come in field, have a run in the forwards, and he spilled his lollies. It's amazing, you know, when you're running into a strong breeze, how many times you come up with errors. It just tends to play on their minds, and it makes it so difficult.
Well, they're going to struggle to kick their way out of trouble. The breeze is blowing straight into their face. St George Illawarra side. Moylan now tackled. Appealing for a penalty for a second effort. Not forthcoming to Gavin Badger. It's for Fifita. With all of his strength, they can't put him on the turf. Vaughan and McInnes, the defenders. Now Brayley, he can run here. He wasn't straight at marker. Vaughan for Gallen. Oh, he had an offload available and didn't give the pass, pardon me. Brayley away for Townsend. He'll kick on the 30. Wants to get in behind Nightingale. Oh, he touches it just
What do you
out.
got for me, Waka? Play the ball.
Now, is there a man held back?
Penalty to Sharks on top.
Thank you.
I think we've got a penalty to play the ball here. Yep. The pocket referee claiming they didn't get a good shot at playing the ball properly. I thought the Dragons were all offside here on the right-hand side of the field. It forced Townsend to kick.
We'll stay on the line.
Well, they were. There's no doubt about that. And I thought, as we saw in some of the games last week, they were playing advantage, the referees, instead of blowing the whistle immediately, seeing if Cronulla got something more out of it than just coming back to take the 2 points, which they'll do in a moment after the ball goes dead and the penalty awarded.
So Chad Townsend to score first points for Cronulla with what will be a relatively easy penalty shot.
Great crowds all last weekend for the opening round, and I think sometimes these suburban grounds, the fans look at other suburban grounds and how their fans turned up and say, well, it's our turn next weekend. And the Sharks fans have turned up tonight, Thursday night, school day tomorrow, but they're here to support their team, which is great. I might claim they'd fill it here on a Sunday, but they've been pretty good on Thursday night too. Such a beautiful day in Sydney, and it's cooled down to a very nice night.
Used to be a venue where it was nigh on impossible to come here as a visiting team and beat Cronulla, but they've lost their last 2 matches at home going back to last year. In fact, they won only 5 of 12 at home last season, the Sharks. They were better on the road than they were on their own patch. Townsend. 2-0. Cronulla with the advantage. Only Telstra mobile customers can stream the NRL data-free on Australia's best mobile network. You can download the NRL official app now if you're a Telstra customer. Data-free access.
Yeah, this ground, I always dubbed it the Bermuda Triangle. I've seen teams come here looking unbeatable and in great form. They come to Shark Park, they get beaten and they never get seen again. There have been planes and buses left at this. Never to be seen again.
I don't remember coming here on a still night either. There's always a gale blowing up from the south. It's bitterly cold here too in the middle of winter. Balmy for the big crowd here this evening though. Very warm day in Sydney. Delightful conditions. Townsend tries to take advantage of this big wind at his back. Duffy's knocked this back in trying to take the catch on the full, but he's confronted by a good chase here. Brayley leading it. Look at this, the ragdoll from Bakuya.
Brad Fittler mentioned the 40-20. I'm surprised that Chad Townsend actually kicked that ball that high. If you kick it low and hard and let the wind help, you might take away any chance that the fullback or the winger has of getting back to stop it. Penalty from inside the 10 here. Well received by the visitors.
Yeah, that's a lazy one by the Sharks because the Dragons weren't going anywhere. And all it does is eat into their time with the wind at the backs. So strong the wind, the Dragons can't kick for touch.
Here goes Tariq Sims. Strong run from him. 15 metres, maybe a few more. When he played it back to McInnes. McInnes taking off. Up to the 30. Gallen came reeling out of that.
Played on the
mark, went off the mark in playing the ball.
Stay square there, Jaden. Hold.
For Graham at first receiver. Runs at Brayley. Goal from Jason Bakuya. 25 short now, the Dragons on the 4th play. Tyson Frizzell, one of 6 Origin representatives in this Dragons lineup tonight. He's 12 out when he played it. Here's the last. It'll come away to Hunt. Decides to go through the hands with it. With a kick for McDonald. Oh, fraction deep. He was flying then, eh?
I'm going off it.
There was very little room to work with. And Widdop just couldn't get it to hold up.
He's very good with his short kicking game, Gareth Widdop, but I thought that was an opportunity to run the ball, particularly on last play. The odds of him getting a really good result out of that were pretty minimal. And now they're going to find themselves way up the other end of the field. Put that down to an error.
The Sharks only completed 63% in the match last Friday in Townsville. It's been their Achilles heel. Certainly last season, and Shane Flanagan would have been looking for an improvement in that area. He didn't get it last week, but they've been fairly slick in possession so far tonight as Gallen runs onto an inside pass from Townsend. He stopped on the Dragons' 10-metre line. Townsend Pulling the strings away from Matt Pryor, the former Dragon. Won a premiership with St George Illawarra in 2010. Brayley out to the right for Townsend again, but Cougar's going to stroll over. They've had ample possession and the lion's share of territory, and the Sharks score the first try.
And pretty simple one in the end. Gareth Widdop very disappointed. The man inside him, I think Tariq Sims, they've been the culprit here. They shaped to go in behind on the Harvey Norman replay. And you see there Tariq Sims just went to the outside, planted his feet, and the outside in run was successful for Jason Bakuya. Good ball. The man coming back on the outside, caught the defence out. He only had eyes, Tariq Sims, for the outside. Didn't see his man come back on the inside.
Yeah, they've overread the situation a couple of times now, the Dragons. Paul Gallen has made inroads getting a short pass off Chad Townsend when they think the ball is going wider. He's got a couple of inside passes and made little half breaks, and on that occasion Peter's 100% right. They're watching everything that's happening out the back. There's nothing happening here in front, yet they let the man sneak through the line there to taste the first try of the game. Brad Fittler, you take the man with the ball.
Especially this bloke, doesn't he run a beautiful line? He actually got the ball on the left shoulder of Tariq Sims and then caught it, and then just a little bit of a swerve, got on the inside, and just a clear passage to the try line. What a slick line he ran then. But it was always going to be a running try. It was never going to be one where it was going to be passing and had to run. There he goes, Chad Townsend, to make it 8. He shouldn't have too much trouble.
From just outside the right-hand upright, Chad Townsend makes it 8-0 in favour of Cronulla.
Stay on. Gotta wait. Wait for the whistle. Just wait, Gareth. Wait. Wait. Thank you.
So Gareth Widdop with the restart. Again, the ball suspended in midair and holding up in the breeze, and the feeder is tackled on the 20. Jason Bakuya with the opening try for Cronulla. That'll be a relief for Shane Flanagan. The 2 tries they scored last week against the Cowboys coming off a kick and an intercept. So they've been able to score of their own accord, if you like, first up here this evening.
Yeah, it's a talented play to be able to bring off the bench. This man carrying the football now and the try scorer. Luke Lewis out for a few weeks yet. So Bakuya into the run onside. Matt Moylan finds a little bit of space to halfway and over. Last tackle now.
Townsend once more. Kick finds Matt Duffy on the fly. But his junior football at Penshurst RSL, Matt Duffy. Born in Hurstville, so he knows all about the rivalry between these two clubs.
Yeah, he's not a big man either, and every time they've come down to him on a kick reception, they've picked him up and thrown him back. So it's in their mindset to make life difficult for the little fella.
Here goes Vaughan. Loves the tough stuff. Collides there with Gallen and Graham. Out to Ben Hunt. Now to Gareth Widdop. Going backwards, Cronulla defence. Well, that might have been high. Widdop ducked under it. Keeps going, Gareth. Over the 40. Comes to Gallen, who brings him to ground. On the final play, right in the centre of the park. It's a high kick now from Ben Hunt. Nightingale trying to put a chase on it. Feckie takes the catch well. Now to Josh Dugan. He's played against St George Illawarra on 4 occasions prior to tonight, all as a Canberra Raider, of course, and has won every one of those games. Now for Feeder. Tackled by Tyson Frizzell. Moylan.
So that's what I'm talking about with Matt Moylan. When he does that, the team have to go. You have to be ready to react to it. He makes late decisions. He wants players to come with him.
Oh, here's a test at Dufty. Made late ground. Crisis averted. Oh, Jason Nightingale. They're stuck down here, St George Illawarra. Oh, just had a little look there to Steaton, didn't it?
Hang on.
Now McDonald, here's a good run. Gets them out to the 40-metre line. 4 plays gone for St George Illawarra. Graham. Away now to Sims. That's a powerful surge. Aaron Gray wearing 5, playing at right centre. He's there with Fafita to help make the tackle. Here's the final play. It's Ben Hunt. Opts against the high one. Tries to kick away from Dugan. The bounce was kind. And now Dugan running back. And his old teammate Jack DeBellin, who throws a bit of venom into that one. Valentine Holmes. Well, that underlines what I'm saying about the Sharks' improved discipline. 10 from 10. It's been a long time since they can boast about statistics that impressive. Now Fecky with a strong run. And Gallen with a couple of the halfway line. Here's the last. Moylan and Wade Graham with that left foot kicking game, which is so handy for them, but Wade hasn't quite got the breeze worked out, it would seem.
I like the tactic. I like throwing the ball wide on last play, bring the opposition winger up and kick behind, but Wade had a little bit too much on that.
And whilst the wind is always a huge advantage, sometimes it can be difficult to take full advantage of. For that very reason, the ball's going to go a lot further than they normally do. Look like there's a lot of grass on the surface out there, so it's running pretty strongly as well. You've just got to take a little bit off it, keep the ball in play, not over the dead ball line.
DeBellin playing it. McInnes for Widdop, for Hunt. Shows him one hand for Aitken. He had 4 tackle busts last week, Ewan Aitken. Such a strong runner. There's howls of forward pass. Referees don't buy it. It comes away for Sims. He's 25 metres short of the Cronulla line. The Dragons haven't been down here very often. Can they make this one count? Graham with a one-hander out the back. McInnes had to scramble and dives on it. This is the last play. The Dragons on the 20. Ben Hunt now kicks back across and straight to Matt Pryor. Couldn't have kicked it any more to him. Now Dugan only picks up a couple of metres before he's tackled by DeBellin and Vaughan. Brayley Flatelli. 3 plays gone, 23 out from their line here, the Sharks. Fecky. It's not much of Sasai Fecky, but he gives it a rip, doesn't he?
He's a good finisher too. He's their leading try scorer last season. Quick ball from Fafita back onto the inside, finding Moylan. Again on the last. What kick they come up with here. Townsend going high.
Very high. Dufty with a good take. And he just sneaks around them. Picks up a couple of extra metres. Valentine Holmes out on the right wing tonight. Here's Tim Laffey. And now Nene McDonald, 70th NRL game tonight. Still only 23 years of age, Nene McDonald. Feels like he's been around a hell of a lot longer than that. Oh, Jason Nightingale's dropped another one. That's 2.
Making a tackle. And the ball's coming loose.
Matt Pryor being congratulated by his teammates.
I've called that to making a tackle. That's what I've called.
Referee saying the ball was lost as the man was making the tackle, and Rightly so, as far as I'm concerned. You've got to have better control over it, especially one-on-one.
There's a great opportunity here now for the Sharks. They're just starting to look a little fatigued, the Dragons. They're battling away here. Can't get any attacking football into their game. It's all working the play out of their own end of the field or defending.
Oh, wait. Head in, Jack. Pat. Lock on.
Tomorrow night. Can't wait for this. The latest renewal of this epic contest. The Broncos and the Cowboys at Suncorp. It'll be packed. Can't wait for that. 7:30 p.m. Sydney time. 7 o'clock in Brisbane, and then another great rivalry, this one that goes back a long way. Pete knows a thing or two about clashes between Manly and Parramatta. That's Sunday football from Lottoland or Brookvale to the uninitiated.
Parramatta got a good record against Manly of late. They won the last 5 or 6 in a row, but both teams first round losers. Can get their first competition points. Cronulla now 30 out. 4 tackle, they go the right again.
It's with Chad Townsend, now into Moylan, little tap on, nice play, Bakuya cutting back in with a right foot step, finds his way to the 20-metre line. Final play for the Sharks, Townsend kicks, it's only shallow again. Oh, Ewan Aitken's left it behind this time. Another set of 6 coming for the Sharks. The Dragons' goal line defence, it's under the pump at the moment. Siumana-Fanai into the game for Shane Flanagan's men. 3 up from the line. DeBellin and Graham, the tacklers. Brayley plays short, very short. Fafita muscling, can he find the grass? No.
He's held up. It will be 3. You right, Andrew? Time's off. Tackle 3.
Well, something's got to give here for the Dragons. They've made 147 tackles to the Sharks 89, and it's all been at their own end of the field. A few of them starting to slump down in exhaustion. They've done really well here to hold Fafita up. We said before the game, he's one of those front rowers that goes to bed dreaming of scoring tries.
And that was Matt Duffy who saved the day there. Knew where the football was, got his arm around it.
Here we are. Andrew!
He's never going to wrestle with that man successfully, but he was able to stop the football being planted.
Still the third. They come back to the 10 to resume. Townsend playing inside to Pryor. 5 metres out. Brayley scheming. Townsend looking. Townsend with a step. Graham takes his legs out. 5th and last now. Again they go left. Moylan with a little deft kick to the in goal. They're going to be trapped here again. This is relentless stuff from Cronulla.
Well, they're controlling the ball perfectly. This tackle count for the visitors is rising by the minute. I can't believe that they'll keep hanging on here.
Yep. Yeah. Stay on.
They're probably best trying a short drop out here to see if they can get the ball back. It's not going to go much further anyway. It's going to go up in the breeze and hold.
Done well to get it 40 metres, I'd say. Siumana-Fanai on the run back. Gets to the 30-metre line. Armau's out there and Lattimore's out there. Graham and Paul Vaughan have come to the sidelines. There's the tackle count. It's almost double Cronulla against the Dragons at the moment. Pryor, there's the offload. He's good at that, isn't he? Brayley backing up. Bakuya's already got a try. He's on the 10-metre line. The Dragons will do well to turn them away here. Townsend out for Moylan. Oh, there was a question mark on that. The referee was in line, Gavin Badger. Graham taken down by Hunt. Moylan spears it. Fecky with the catch and put down. They had just had to score.
Yes. Touchline.
Yeah, that's great instinctive play from Matt Moylan.
Yeah,
this will be awarded. We'll go upstairs first, but then it will be awarded. I don't think there's any doubt he stayed in the field.
We have a try. Can you
scoring.
confirm that he doesn't go out, please?
But the defence got up very quickly. They knew they were in trouble, the St George right side defence. And they made the decision for Matt Moylan. He waited, threw the cutout pass, and Fecky gets another one.
Isaiah Fecky maintains possession of the ball and grounds the ball in the in-goal area. We have a decision.
to be their second try of the night. There was a real question mark on the play before this. With a forward pass, it looked to be very much forward. And then the Dragons raced up on the next play. Let's have a look at this one. Looked like Matt Moylan tried to hold this back a little bit, and he sort of shoves it forward to Wade Graham. Harvey Norman replay. Looked to be forward for sure. And then good instincts. Yeah, look at that. It's straight out of the hands. Way forward. Way forward. But then the good instincts here, once the defence races up, gets a pass away to Fecky. He makes the score. Brad Fittler.
Yeah, good to see Fecky get on the scoreboard. He scored the most tries last year with 13. He had a pretty quiet game up at Townsville against the Cowboys last week. I'm a bit of a fan of Sasai Fecky, so good to see him on the scoreboard.
51 tries in his career. He's only ever played first grade here at the Sharks. Good all-round winger, good finisher. So Townsend from right up against the sideline here to push the Sharks out to a 14-point gap.
He's going to have to hook this one a long way, I reckon. He'll have to put it way out to the right and hope that she blows back between the posts. He is a very, very good goal kicker. He hasn't had much of a kick with James Maloney in the club over the last few years. Put this one way out to the right. Let the breeze do its work.
How far right does he send it? Quite away. Oh, never looked like missing. What a kick from Townsend. 14-0 Cronulla. So the Sharks dominating in Thursday night football. Jason Bakuya, Sasai Fecky, the try scorers, a penalty goal to Chad Townsend to go along with his 2 conversions. Takes the score to 14-0.
And it's a scoreline more in line with the domination that Cronulla have enjoyed in the opening half hour of this game. All the field position, most of the possession. 8 was skinny, 14's close to the mark. Up to the Dragons now to make sure they don't concede any more points. They don't have to chase too much second half. Fafita finds an offload to Latelli. He finds another one.
And another one to Siamana Fanai. A worried-looking Paul McGregor, understandably so. Joseph Paulo into the game. 6 metres, the Dragons side of halfway. Back for a Matt Moylan high kick this time. This is going to hang up there. Dufty, oh, hang on, he had to let it bounce, and Nightingale's crunched by Dugan.
Boom. Everything going with the Sharks at the moment. Dufty, who's made some great takes in the breeze, elected to let this one drop. He gets a wicked bounce. Nightingale's got to wait for it, and Dugan's there to crunch him.
It's the most awkward-looking kicking style you've ever seen from Matt Moylan. But he got the result here. And Josh Dugan imposing himself. He's already had 10 touches with the football. He had that in the entire 80 minutes last week. Well, he's racked that up inside half an hour.
Well, they're in a world of pain here, the Dragons. They've got to be really careful because this last 10 minutes of the first half, they could get out of reach here.
16 of 16. The Sharks had the worst completion rate in the competition last year, just over 70%. The bane of Shane Flanagan's existence. They just could not control the ball. Well, it's quite literally perfect so far tonight. 14-0. Could there be more points in the offing? Townsend takes them on. Turns it back on the inside. Siamana Fanai. Taken by Jack de Bellin, but he's only a metre out. Brayley off for Matt Moylan, a left foot kick to the in-goal for Graham, and Nightingale's there. That was only play number 4.
He's been very good tonight, Chad Townsend. He's really taken ownership of this team. Running the ball, inside and outside passes.
Dugan down on his haunches.
This means there's no one at the back, and they've conceded a penalty, Cronulla.
Dugan coming back now.
Go back, you when you're ready, mate.
Wait up.
Inside the 10 for Cronulla.
Yeah, we're good
Well,
now.
the Dragons have just got to hold onto the ball here and try and get some field position for the remainder of this first half. They can't afford another score against them. I know it's a big breeze, but you don't want to be chasing too many just the same.
Ewan Aitken, Scottish international. Tyson Frizzell, Australian representative, 31 out from the line. Sent away from McInnes to the Bellin. Jaleeson Armour was dynamic against the Broncos off the bench last week, and an offload there. Vines with it, now for Lattimore. He lands on his front, which allows him to execute a quick play the ball if there wasn't a penalty conceded. 15 out, the Dragons with a full complement.
You're going to tap, Budge.
Yep, stay here.
When you're ready,
Stay
mate.
here.
McInnes resumes. Hunt away for Tyson Frizzell. That's the 10-metre line. Gee, if the Dragons could score here, they'd be over the moon given the way this half's panned out so far. Lattimore taken by Siumana Fanai. Right under the black dot. McInnes shifts left. DeBellin out for Gareth Widdop. Now for Ducty. Tries to step inside of Valentine Holmes. He cuts back the other way now. Only 86 kilos, this young man. He can motor, though. He's going backwards. He's going across the field. He's looking for an opening. He's not going to find one. He caught that 2 metres in from the left touch line. And he finishes 2 metres in from the right. Lattimore bumped away from Brayley. Gets an offload from McInnes, who sends it to Jack DeBellin. Out now for Widdop. There's numbers here. He'll put it on the boot. McDonald! Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. It's close.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
very tight.
Ash, tackle 4. We have no try. Can you confirm we've got no grounding into a touching goal, please?
I've got to question the kick again. Now, I know they've gone close to scoring, but it's such a low percentage play when you've had no ball at this end of the field.
The Dragons' kick chase is onside. Nene McDonald cleanly takes possession of the ball.
You can't get it down, surely.
Goes very close.
Oh!
He might have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
You're going to have to have a look at his
Where's
foot
his
from
foot?
behind.
I think it's in the air.
You're going to have to look at his foot from behind.
It's in the air. You can see the boot.
Well, I hope the camera at the other end catches it, because they've said no try, and to us it looks like a try provided that foot's up. They've just got to prove that that foot's up.
Well, we're satisfied the ball's okay.
Yeah, we've got to prove that the foot is up. Well, it looks to be up.
So Nene McDonald maintains possession of the ball and
It's up.
grounds the
It's a
ball in
try.
the in-goal area. His feet remains up. We have a decision.
Well, they might have different angles back in the bunker.
Well, that is a finish.
That is incredible.
That is a finish. We've seen some beauties. That's up there with the best of them.
When they went the hard way around it, I don't think that was the play, but Nene McDonald, when he catches the ball, his hands are above his head and his feet aren't that far off the ground. I couldn't imagine the ball getting back to the ground first. That's a low percentage play. But watch it from head on, how his hands are above his head, yet he gets the ball to the ground before his feet. This is extraordinary. Harvey Norman replay. Watch this head on. Get out of the way, Jeremy. Get the ball to the kick. Come on. Hurry up. Get it over. That's it. Out the back it goes. Come on. Get it to Gareth. Right. Now, here we are. Watch this. Up in the air. How does he get the ball to the ground before his feet? His feet are down now. That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
And just what was needed. Away the conversion unsuccessful, 14-4.
Stay on.
14-4, the Dragons. They've got themselves on the board. They've been bunkered down at their own end of the ground for most of this half. McDonald,
So how did
miraculous stuff.
Brad Fittler describe this as a 10-point breeze, did he say?
He might be on the money.
We'll see in another 45 minutes. There's Jeremy Lattimore. Gussie didn't want to look at Jeremy Lattimore, but that was his third touch in that set of 6, and he came up with the offload. Not bad for the old Trojan.
Oh, I love Jeremy Lattimore. I just wanted to get to the kick. He was holding up play.
Aaron Gray with the tackle on Tarek Sims. Now the try scorer, Mr. Magic himself. Nene McDonald, 9 tests for Papua New Guinea, most recently at the World Cup. Here's a high kick for Ben. Dugan with a catch on his own 10. Oh, that was high from Vaughan.
No, they didn't need that. They really didn't need that. Less than 5 minutes left on the clock, but they've just invited the Sharks to come down the other end now and undo all the good work they've done. That's just lazy. There was no reason for him even to go in on that tackle. Leeson Armau and Lattimore had him lined up. Vaughan comes rushing in, throws an arm up and catches him high.
A reminder as well, in 2018, Rugby League fans can stream all of Nine's NRL matches live and free on Nine Now. Download the Nine Now app and watch anytime, anywhere. 4 minutes left in the first half. Josiah Feckie, a try scorer in the opening period for the home team. Oh, that was nasty. He was just jammed there, Jaden Brayley, but he's okay. He might only be a young, smallish man, but he's certainly robust, as is Matt Moylan. Tackled by Sims. Fourth tackle penalty.
I am not going to talk to you every ruck.
Well, that's a really harsh penalty. Tackle 5 at that stage. They're looking for more points. No goal kick.
Didn't want the 12-point gap. They want more. Here's Graham. Half a chance. He nearly spun out of Ben Hunt's attempted tackle. That's the 10-metre line. Townsend. Off for Siumanafanai. Lattimore low. McInnes there as well. Tyson Frizzell. Now it's off for Latelli. Oh, only a metre short. Ewan Aiken that time with desperate defence. Sent from Graham, off to Townsend. Now Joseph Paulo. Very skillful, this man. Can't find an offload. They're knocking at the door once more, Cronulla. Here's Brayley. They try the crash ball. We'll see Siumanafanai. Can't get there. Just short of the line. Here's Townsend. He wants to take them on. Desperate pass away for Moylan. Moylan for Dugan. Dugan kicks to the in goal in behind McDonald. There's a chase, but McDonald had to play at that.
Incredible. Incredible.
It's a super kick from Josh Dugan. They lost their way. The call when the penalty was awarded from the sideline was to take the 2. On field, they felt as though there was more on offer. And McDonald had to play at that, and Cronulla will get the football back.
Yeah, they've had a lot go their way, haven't they? They've forced 3 line dropouts. They've made no errors. They're virtually perfect with their completions, 19 of 19. A try here will be a real blow to the Dragons.
Here's Pryor. $15 out. That's Cameron McInnes' 30th tackle of the half. Away for Townsend. Now for Holmes. Oh, dear. Well, Valentine Holmes injected himself in that fullback role that time and tried to throw the ball on, and he found Ewan Aiken's breadbasket.
He came from the far side there. It was obviously a set piece from the line dropout reception. And if they can get through just 10 points behind in this first half, it's not too bad.
Moylan.
Up here, Ryan. Badge
Mentioned the tackle count for Cameron McInnes. You can throw into the mix. Paul Vaughan's made 32 tackles. Tyson Frizzell's made 27. Jack DeBellin 26.
215 tackles to 120. 215 tackles in a half of football for the Dragons. That's incredible.
They're 10 behind. They're 30 metres out. We've got 30 seconds left in the half. And Armour's dropped it.
No advantage, mate, please.
Well, they need the siren to blow.
Easy. There's nothing happening. Easy, Mason.
All
You
up.
get the benefit of this breeze in the second half.
Yep.
They've only had 15 opportunities with the ball. They've only completed 12 sets. 20 of 21 for the Sharks.
And that will turn around in the second half. They are right in this, the Dragons. 10 down. It's not a bad result with what we've seen in the opening 40.
Well, it'll be a big effort for the Dragons, even allowing for the fact they've got the breeze in the second half. They've had to make 215 tackles in that first half. It's got to have taken some juice out of them.
Stay
It'll be a
on.
mighty effort now if they can turn this around and dominate this second half.
On the flip side of that, only 132 tackles made by Cronulla.
That makes the first point, especially the first try in this second half, very important. If the Dragons can be the first to score, all of a sudden the confidence grows and they start to feel better about themselves.
Short side raid. For Tim Laffey, a metre short of the halfway. Now, Nene McDonald. There's a good run. Picks up 13 metres. Big hulking winger. Now for Lattimore.
Well, from a kickoff that bounced, that's a lot of metres in the opening set from the Dragons.
He's been rattled up there, Jeremy Lattimore. We'll keep an eye on him as Widdop chips over the top. Oh, the bounce! It was there!
20.
It was there
Off
for the
Tarek.
Dragons.
I'm watching where you're going,
What's the
mate.
ball, mate? Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Tarek Sims had a chance.
Well, that's incredible. He places the kick perfectly, so it's no risk of going for a 20-metre tap. And then there's a second touch, which knocks the ball dead.
Oh,
When your luck's out, your luck's out.
he wasn't expecting it to bounce back.
It was a brilliant set of 6 and a beautiful little kick. And they've ended up conceding 7 tackles.
Moylan for Graham now. Two ex-Panthers together. Played on the 40. For Brayley. There's a good run. He's run with more freedom tonight after only running twice against the Cowboys last week. Moylan joining in off Townsend. Now for Josh Dugan. There's numbers here. Aaron Gray. Cut down 5 metres out. Desperate last-ditch tackle by Widdop. Townsend now kicks towards the post. He wanted the crossbar, I think. Ben Hunt takes the catch. And he's safely back. Look at this. He's been ragdolled, Matt Duffy.
Well, every time he's got the ball tonight, the Sharks have made a point of picking him up and throwing him back. And that's a big play. Tries to get down. They just hold him up off the ground. His feet are still on the ground. They can run him back to Woolaware.
Stay on.
Shades of Gordon Tallis and Brett Hodgson. The restart goes 50. Manafanai. Great chance for the Sharks running into the teeth of this win. Kuya, 29 out from St George Illawarra's line. Townsend. Now Moylan. Now Dugan. Now Latelli. touch for him. Inside the 10 metres. Swept from Graham off to Moylan. And now for Joseph Paulo, who'll be thinking offload. It's Ewan Aiken there securing the ball. Brayley down a short side to Dugan. Now for Wade Graham. I don't think he'll be able to get it down, and he's pushed back by 4 Dragons. Here's the last. If they can't score, they'll want another set of 6 here. Townsend's kicking game has been good. Off the post, Pryor left it behind. Moylan touches it back. Laffey's got it, and he can counter-attack here, Tim Laffey. Gets the offload to Gareth Widdop. Well, there's a bit in that play.
Yeah, Matt Pryor looked like he might have got a rare try. He could have just regathered that bouncing ball. Big pads to aim at. And then Matt Moylan kept it alive. Bounces up here for Pryor. He just can't gather it in. If he had, he swivels around and scores. And play on. Dragons now through Paul Bourne over halfway.
Bourne's been hit here by a stray arm around the bridge of the nose. Shaking a few cobwebs away. Widdop with an inside ball for Lattimore. He gives it back to Gareth Widdop. Players come to a standstill here. See what Matt Dufty can do. Dufty! Look at the speed off the mark. Here's the 5th. McInnes off the Ben Hunt. That was a funny old kick. Oh, it's bounced up for Frizzell! Tyson Frizzell off a bungle kick by Ben Hunt. Will stroll away.
Is it a knock-on from Ben Hunt?
Did he kick it at all?
This will be last tackle. I have a try. Can you confirm that there is a kick, please, and not a knock-on?
Can you confirm if there's a kick?
Well, what's the definition of a kick?
Well, he's got to get boot the ball here immediately as the ball hits.
Yeah,
Ben Hunt kicks the ball. We need to
does.
confirm now that the players are onside.
It's way onside. Frizzell gets it. He's 3 metres behind him.
Tyson Frizzell is onside and has possession of the ball. Going through to the grounding.
Incredible. After a night where absolutely nothing has gone right for them, where every kick has bounced against them.
We have a decision.
Where every kick has bounced against them, the Dragons get one to bounce up into the lap of Tyson Frizzell, and they come up with the first points in the second half. Absolutely incredible.
And that's moments after the other team nearly scored at the other end of the field from a kick coming off the pad. He gets this wrong, Ben Hunt. He has a swing, and then he has another one. Ball just touched the boot, and Tyson Frizzell dynamic.
Well, he asked if there was a kick. There were 2 kicks.
Oh, pretty ordinary ones. They've got the result, and the gap's back to 4 points.
Wait for the clock, Josh. Just wait, mate. Wait. Stay on.
So the Dragons have jagged their second try in, well, I'd say that's unorthodox manner. Let's go straight down to Brad Fittler. The results would count, mate. Not how you get there.
I'm saying it was deliberate. If you remember last week, Ben Hunt had a little kick and Tyson Frizzell scored the first try last week. I think it was deliberate. Look at this. Boom. Planned it. Nice little one. Little Alfie Langer. There's Tyson Frizzell. The combination has struck again.
The second kick was trying to make up for the embarrassment of the first one.
The referee said to the video referee, can you just check if there was a kick? Well, there was 2.
We've got a real ball game on our hands now. Look at Leeson Armour ragdolling Paul Gallen.
He was really powerful last week.
Made the most metres of any Dragon last week, 160 coming off the bench. Here's Ben Hunt now. Reefs it into the air. Dugan takes it on the chest solidly. And he runs it back with strength and determination. He's 25 short of the halfway. Well in for Becky. It's amazing, you know, the Dragons, with all that defence that they've had to encounter and get through in the first half, they're full of energy now, and they forced a mistake again. It's Valentine Holmes who's coughed it up. And now Paul Vaughan, and now for Lafay off Widdop's pass, inside to Nene McDonald. He keeps it alive, back for Widdop. Widdop.
The first points were crucial for them, Matt, and they came early in the half. Error from Holmes. McDonald now, 6 again signalled. Got some wind in the sails on the back of points here.
Brazil now. Taken by Pryor and Bakuya. McInnes away for Lattimore. He'll get within a metre of the line. He'll draw a penalty.
And we've got a hold.
They can keep piling on the pressure, St George Illawarra.
That's the way they'll go.
Stay in the line, stay in the line.
They know they can get down here consistently in this second half. But whilst they're here, let's make hay.
Here's Paul Vaughan. He's a real try-sneak, this man, for a front rower. Couple of metres short. Lattimore. He doesn't score too many. Right under the black dot. Here's Whittaker. Slips over as he caught it. That's the 10-metre line. That's 3 tackles down. Sent right to Ben Hunt. Release it. Now again, straight over the top of Joseph Paulo this time. He's like a wrestler. Get away from me. Leeson Armour. Here's Hunt now. Back for Widdop. Now for Aitken. Off the right foot, pushes the pass. It bounced off Nightingale, but it touched the Shark.
Well, they're coming after them, aren't they?
It's made. Start the clock.
This fella's a brute, this Leeson Armour. Bang, get out of my way. You get out of my way. You get out of my way. You again.
The same thing to Paul Gunner a little bit earlier. And
well, gee whiz, I think that pass went into Fecky before it was caught by Nightingale.
yeah, they appealed for play on.
Yeah, that wasn't a knock on at all.
Ball in now, clock's off. Out.
Oh, Aaron Gray's coughed it up. Look at the Dragons, they're running in. Encouragement, pats on the back.
Yeah, more importantly, look at the Sharks. Look at the body language out there.
Well, the coach has reacted. He's gone to his bench very early in the second half. He's brought Gallen back into the play. Now he's brought Fafita to the sideline. So he's looking for some experience out there and try to wrestle back the momentum. The Dragons need to capitalise here. They need to go to the front. If they can go to the front, totally different ball game. Sharks are really good while they've got their nose in front.
Virtually a centre field scrum to attack from. Widdop lifting up here with Dufty. The elusive Matt Dufty goes to ground under Townsend's tackle. Nene McDonald now. Tries to steal some meterage. So 6 metres out. Pryor makes the tackle.
The Sharks will just keep doing this until they wait you out. They're prepared to give away penalties. Like I say, when they've got a narrow lead, there's no one defends it better.
This is Ben Hunt looking up with Frizzell. He started to come into his own after half-time with the footy. This is Hunt now. This is Paul Vaughan. Bakuya takes him to ground. 8 metres short of the line. The Dragons with their big points coming. Hunt with a kick. Oh! I wonder if Sims will shepherd it off this. The referees are all right.
Watch that runner, Aaron Gray, coming across.
Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt they got in the runner's way. He looked to be just getting towards winning the race to the ball. Early in the tackle count, saying to the Cronulla defence, don't come up. He looked as though Sims as though he was going to get to that, and Aaron Gray just went for him. You watch Aaron Gray come across. He's not going for the ball, he's going for Sims.
Oh.
He gets right in his way.
Good, Josh.
Well, they're going to get the ball back anyhow. Ooh, they should get the ball back, unless there's a short drop out. But Dugan plays it safe, tries to send it long. Oh, no! I thought it was going out on the full, and it didn't.
Well, that's incredible. Now, the first thing you learn is to stand on the sideline. If you stand on the sideline, you know where the sideline is. You stand a metre in from the sideline, and then you've got to judge whether or not it's going to carry over your head. If he's standing on the line, he can touch that and force a penalty.
Oh, it's a funny game, isn't it?
Well, it's a ridiculous game.
Oh, look to the heavens. I don't know if there'll be any help there. But...
It's a ridiculous game.
Gallen with room to work in.
That's what they do, the Sharks. They'll get penalised and penalised on their own line until you come up with an error. And then they'll just grind their way back to the other end of the field.
Well, in 3 tackles, they're up at the Dragons' 30-metre line. Townsend has been the focal point of all their attack tonight, the number 7. 15 out from the line as Gallen runs at them. Offloads to Fafita, back to Moylan now. Bodies in motion. Dugan to the corner.
Great defence.
They bundled him over.
Yep. That's strong work from you and Aiken.
I think they bundled him over.
I do too.
Well, he's claiming try.
Tackle 5. Have a try. It's confirmed he doesn't go out.
He's claiming
and
try, Josh Dugan. He's got up and said, I scored this.
No, well, he's shaking his head now.
Well, we've just got to find out if he's a fibber or not. A fibber?
He loses it.
He's a fibber. He hasn't even gone close to scoring it. He's thrown it.
Josh Dugan has lost possession of the ball over the in-goal area. We have a decision.
How do they award that a try? He's a fibber, officially.
Well, he didn't get bundled out. We had him over the sideline.
Goal, out to the 20.
Yeah. Just lost possession. There was a chance there for him to get it down. Let's go to Brad.
Zero coming. Fair, mate. Go.
Yeah, well, Ewan Aiken saved a certain try there, and I remember he did something last week to Jordan Carhu. I think everyone thinks about him as just an attacker, Ewan Aiken, but his defence has been outstanding the last 2 weeks.
He's certainly strong, isn't he? He's displayed that repeatedly since coming into first grade. Here's the beast, Leeson Armour. Now for Sims with a power surge. Short of the 40-metre line, McInnes away for Jeremy Lattimore, for then Hunt, for Tyson Frizzell. Look at that, straight at Moylan. He holds his ground there, the number 6. Made 20 tackles against the Cowboys, only 2 missed tackles last week. Starting to get used to life as a 5'8". Here's Laffey. Aaron Gray with a tackle, it's too high.
Tackle's high.
I've got the mark. Just wait, that Gareth, just back here.
Yeah, you're good now. Where Peter is.
Onside here, no. Gareth.
That's
Gareth,
late in the
back here,
count.
mate.
Wait for a touch.
Another full set of 6 here. In great position. Lattimore. He's got an offload, but doesn't look for one on this occasion.
The penalties were 5-2 in favour of the Sharks at half-time, now 6-5 in favour of the Dragons. Widdop spins it out for Ben Hunt. Out of Dufty. Moylan closes him down, 7 short. They've had ample ball down here, the Dragons. It's a sloppy old pass from dummy half. McInnes picks it up, goes to Leeson Armour. Tackled by the 2 starting props, Fafita and Pryor. Here's Hunt, Widdop with the tap on. Oh, the ball, it bounced favourably for Neto McDonald. He's trying to weave in and out of them. It's only the 3rd play here. McDonald with a right foot step. He left Fafita standing still. 4 gone now. McInnes out for Hunt. They got numbers here, the Dragons. Ewan Aitken, can he get around the corner? He doesn't need to. Aitken sticks the arm out and thinks he's scored.
He does well, gets on the outside of his man, Ricky Latelli. A couple of wide passes, stretched the Cronulla defence. And the Dragons, 2 tries in this second half, a long way to go, but a chance to hit the lead. See here on the Harvey Norman replay. Long pass there, gets him on his outside of his one-on-one defender, and a strong finisher.
He's a good player, this kid. I've been singing his praises for quite a while now. He saved one at the other end and he scores one at this end. When it didn't look like there was much on, he's got real strength and balance in his running. Good left arm fend there. Harvey Norman replay, reaches out, puts the ball down. This is a boy that's been suffering shoulder reconstructions and shoulder injuries. No thought of self-preservation there. Extends the arm out to slam it down. Brad Fittler, a little bit of courage in that play.
Oh, he showed it at both ends, Ewan Aitken. If you listen to Andrew Johns in the pre-game, the one thing that he hasn't got in his game as yet is the quick pass to his winger. Now, Feggy should have known that from last week. Feggy should have come in, closed it down. It never looked like Ewan Aitken was going to pass it. That was a bad read by the winger, but a great play by the centre.
Big kick this. Goal kickers, they're out there on their own, but it's a big kick, this one.
It's a tough one for Widdop. Look at the strike. It is sweet. The Dragons have hit the lead.
Stay on, guys. Wait for the clock, Josh.
Ewan Aitken and Gareth Widdop. The try and the conversion have put the Dragons ahead by 2 points. They trailed 14-4 at half-time, and they've erased the deficit, and they've hit the lead.
What about the conversion? Bit of Mitchell Stark in that, bit of reverse swing.
Well, he hit it so well, Pete, that it not only went dead straight, it cleared the advertising board behind the dead ball line. Look at it go. It's going up as it goes between the posts. That's a sweet hit. How this game has turned around. Dragons under siege in the first half and all the running after the break. Now Ben Hunt says, get it out of here on tackle 4. Sends it long.
That's a great kick. Didn't wait till the last tackle. Look at the white jerseys down there, led by Ben Hunt.
Oh. Rebellin coming in to help the number 7 out.
Well, they've been watching their own little fullback belted all night. They've got to get down there and return the favour. Missed tackles, 35 missed tackles, the Sharks, and they've done half the number of tackles.
They missed that same number in the whole game last week against North Queensland. Still 21 minutes left in this. The feeder. Taken by the Bellin, not before he offloaded it, however.
They're not out of this, the Sharks. I mean, if anything, the breeze is actually starting to turn.
Oh, they've coughed it up.
He dragged it towards himself. Andrew, you dragged it towards yourself. Yeah, you are. You are, but you dragged it this way.
Brad Fittler, has the wind turned around down there?
No, but if you look at the flags on the northeast corner, it's ridiculous. One flag's going right and one flag's going left.
What are they doing?
Well, it's the triangle, Gus.
The Bermuda Triangle. See, those big ones are flowing that way. Look at the ones over near the club.
Go to the right.
Move the camera to the right.
Move to the right. They're going the other way.
What's going on there? It's the Bermuda Triangle.
That's freaky.
Let's go, guys, heads down.
Can we just get a message to the airline carriers? Just avoid Shark Park at all costs.
So who's running with the wind?
Now here's McDonald. A long ball from Ben Hunt. Tackle there by Valentine Holmes. She's been a rough couple of weeks, Valentine. Makes a good tackle there, however. Tarek Sims is up to the 20. We've gone past the hour mark. Thursday night football, live and free here on the wide world of sports. A bitter local rivalry, this. The Dragons with their necks in front. Here's Duffy. The pass was too hard. Now a chance. Fecky blistering away. Aitken giving chase. He's got him from behind Aitken. He gets up and goes against Isaiah Fecky. Now Dugan off the back of the pass gets to the 30-metre line. He wants to play quickly. Here's a chance of a sin bin. Is there a professional foul coming? The referee, yes, he's gone.
Well, that's incredible. That is incredible. They've just got to the front and they're throwing floating passes out to the wing to get ticked off. Nightingale in the middle of the field makes a real meal of it. Dugan fights for it. Now they're up against 12 men, the Sharks, and this game has just changed again.
We saw in round one, the referee's quite happy to put players in the bin for that offence. Saw 2 last week, can recall, and now Jason Nightingale adds to that. Showed good speed, Ewan Aitken. I thought Fafeki was going to go away from him, but was able to gather him in. This is the pass that goes astray. It was actually touched by the Dragon support player.
Well, there was no reason for the pass. The pass wasn't on. And this is an interesting play. Into the breeze, or we don't know if it's into the breeze. I think it might be with the breeze now.
In that situation, as soon as the referee blows penalty, it's got to be 10 in the bin, hasn't it?
Well, they're up against 12 men here that have decided to kick for goal. I suppose I feel if they can level up, then it's a new ball game. Is he into the breeze or not, Bradley?
51 to go.
Well, the bruise is going across him, actually. He should be aiming here at the left upright.
But he puts it dead if he misses, doesn't he, from there?
Yeah, it's definitely not. He's not into the teeth of the breeze. He's more into the hip.
Starts it at the left post as Bradley's advised. Oh, well done, my friend.
Well, not much has gone right for the Dragons tonight. And after playing into the wind in the first half, they now find that they haven't had much breeze at their back in the second half. Here it is, nicely kicked, Townsend. Just sneaks inside the left-hand upright. We're all tied up.
So Shane Flanagan's responded to this sin-binning of Jason Nightingale by injecting James Seguiaro now for the first time this evening. Jaden Brayley to the bench. And the dynamic dummy half, James Seguiaro, comes on in 15 for the Sharks. Oh, no, Moylan's dropped it. Could there be anything more bizarre happen tonight?
But that was a really smart kick from Gareth Widdop.
There's no drama there. He's just going for the ball.
He saw how deep they were and he made them run forward to get it.
No, there's no drama. He was going for the ball.
He didn't kick it to them. He made Moylan come forward to it. See the big gap in there behind the front line. He just dollied it over there. He made Moylan come forward to it. And on a breezy night, whether it's with you or against you, it's not easy to charge onto a ball and try and catch it.
There's just turning point upon turning point. Momentum change upon momentum change. We are 16-all with a quarter of the game to go.
I think they might both run second tonight. We mightn't get a win. No one wants to take charge of the game.
Can the Dragons strike when they're a man down? Tarek Sims. It's 15 out. James Graham. Tackled by Wade Graham and Andrew Fafita on the 10-metre line. McInnes linking up with Ben Hunt, who goes to Gareth Widdop, who turns it to Tarek Sims. That's Kurt Capel there in 14 into the game now. Pryor there as well. They're edging closer to the line. Set out from Kurt Mann. Fresh legs for the Dragons as well. Only got a handful of minutes last week, Kurt Mann. That's the fourth play. Here's Jack de Belin. You can see with a man down, Cronulla finding it relatively easy to mark up in defence at the moment. Here's Hunt, spins it away for Widdop, who then goes to Matt Dufty. Can his speed orchestrate something? Dufty will be put down.
Well, he doesn't have a strong passing game. In fact, the only pass he's thrown tonight was intercepted. But it's still not a bad place to give the ball to the opposition when you've only got 12 men. And they've dropped the ball.
Wow.
No, that's contact in the tackle.
It's not a bad place to give the ball to your opposition. And it's a really tough run to come out of that corner. And the Dragons get up in his face and really hit hard here on Aaron Gray. And the ball comes loose. So the Dragons have only got 12 men. They're trying to scheme their way across the line, wear down the clock.
Just they'd only made one mistake at half-time, the Sharks.
Yeah. They've spoiled their copybook there.
So here's Ben Hunt. Oh, now Tyson Frizzell's lost it.
Well, why are they doing that?
The guy who lost it ran past him.
Why are they doing that? Peter, can you answer me?
No, I'm still trying to get my head around this. I'm thinking, well, if the Dragons do score here, it's an amazing one against the feed.
Why are they doing that? There is absolutely no reason to do that. Bradley, why run a play like that? Can someone answer me?
Yeah, that was too much show there. Too much going on.
Let's see if someone can complete a set.
Whilst they bumble their way there, the Dragons, with the man in the bin. Oh, this hurts.
They're going.
And here's a quick tackled by Paul Gallen.
Sets off.
He's got 10. Let him up.
Now, James.
The question mark if James Graham was back on side there. The crowd certainly don't think so. Graham again.
Yeah, he's come back into the game with all guns a-blazing as James Graham looking to lift his side.
Oh,
error.
Fafita's made another mistake.
Lost ball.
Well, it's really not making much difference, a man in the bin, is it? There's been no football played.
Clock's on.
Well, neither side can win this. They're both going to run second. If you've backed either team, you lose. Brad Fittler, sideline.
I remember a game last year against Canberra, played here, the Bermuda Triangle. Canberra had someone in the sin bin, and Cronulla didn't touch the ball for the whole 10 minutes.
You're correct. And in fact, I think Canberra kicked 3 penalty goals during that time. It's a crazy place.
It's got that feel about it tonight. It's all just a bit strange.
It has ghosts.
So Nightingale went to the sin bin in the 61st minute. There's a suspect pass out of dummy half penalty.
Yeah, well, they were all miles offside.
Too early, Paul.
James Graham didn't even have time to catch the ball there before they were in his face.
Well, they've got to take the shot here, don't they?
Yeah, we'll take a break.
So Gareth Widdop, despite his team being down to 12 men, has the chance to put the Dragons ahead once again.
We've lost Brad Fittler. He's gone. His seat's empty on the sideline. His microphone's there. We can't find him. Here's the kick. It's a good one. The Bermuda Triangle hasn't got Freddie, has it?
This was the place, but didn't Bill Harrigan send you off here when you were coaching?
That was a long time ago, and there's no need to bring that up.
It'll be on Wacker's side.
Strange old place. So the Dragons...
What a game.
Out by a couple.
Yeah, time ticking away now.
When's Nightingale back? 2.5 minutes. This is out on the full.
Oh, no.
Well, he learned his lesson there, Tim Laffite. The Bermuda Triangle. This is just incredible. None of us will get home tonight. We're all going to vanish into the abyss. There are reputations being destroyed everywhere out there. All right, Dragons with 12 men have managed to get themselves back in front.
On this line, guys.
So if Jason Nightingale can find his way back on the field.
What a bizarre game.
He's Laffite. He's 22 out. We approach the final 10. Graham, he's got nowhere to go as Pryor came surging out with Cape Ball. Oh, there's another penalty.
Matt,
Dangerous
you lift
position.
his leg and put him in a dangerous position.
This is incredible.
Pryor.
Yeah, there's too much of this in the game. Getting a player into this position, going in and lifting.
Another shot coming, 18-16 in favour of the Dragons. So Jason Nightingale readying himself to come back out, and Gareth Widdop can put his team ahead by 4 points. 9.5 left on the clock.
Well, this is incredible. In the 61st minute, Jason Nightingale was sin bin. Since then, Moylan's dropped the ball, Frizzell's dropped the ball, Fafita's dropped the ball, the Dragons got a penalty, the Dragons got a penalty and kick from a kick out on the full, and then the Dragons have got another penalty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Apart from the 2 penalty goals, I don't think play got out of a 25-metre area at this end of the field. And we are now 9 minutes out from full time. The Sharks, who had a good lead in the first half, now trail by a try.
Nightingale's back on. We're 13 on 13.
On a serious note, though, all that dead time out of the game with penalties and mistakes, it's helped the Dragons because the ball being out of play, of course, means that it's lessen the impact of Nightingale being off the park. Here he is with an involvement.
Well, he scored 4 points.
That's right.
We're not out of the woods yet. Anything can happen.
DeBellin with an offload. Widdop linking up with Laffite. Laffite can't outpace Aaron Gray. Wants to play this quickly. McDonald scoops it up. Gareth Widdop kicks it into Pryor. And then it's gone into Chad Townsend. It's an accidental offset. No, it was not played at. Widdop puts the kick through. Sits up in the in goal. Becky's got it. Man pushing it back. Look at the defence. Nightingale and Aitken.
He's got the
He
ball
slipped
away.
out to Moylan. How did Moylan get the ball?
Becky passed it to him. Or slipped it to him.
This game's crazy.
Oh, Vitelli's been crunched by Jack DeBellin. 3 tackles gone. Holmes now for the Sharks. I still don't understand how Fecky got that ball to Matt Moylan. He had 4 Dragons surrounding him. Graham now on the last tackle. Balls come out. Penalty to the Sharks.
Wow. Last tackle.
This is just craziness. This is crazy. I don't think Ficky passed it. Moylan stole it off him. Moylan stole it off him. He should be penalised for stripping.
He's allowed to do that with a 6 in the tackle.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, what a penalty to give away. Last tackle. Cronulla now. Paul Gallen, first tackle, 6.5 to go.
Oh, there's plenty of time for more twists and turns. Don't worry about that.
Oh, they're more than capable. More than capable.
Pryor plays it to Seguiaro, who sets off from dummy half. From Townsend to Moylan to Dugan. Good tackle. Ewan Aitken. He's had a great game, the number 3 for the Dragons. Both in attack and defence especially. Now Gallen up against McInnes. Tabellin comes in. Puts the Sharks co-captain down within 18 metres of the Dragons line. Seguiaro scampering away from acting half. Up to the 10. He can offload and does. Back to Townsend. Looped it out to Graham. Went back first, so that'll be okay. Latelli shut down by Aitken on the 5th tackle. You can see the Sharks outside backs with their arms up. They want a high kick. That's what they'll get. It'll come down within 5 the line. Capel soaring above them. Gives it to Moylan, who had the line wide open but couldn't hang on to it.
Well, he took a one-handed grab at that. Capel did really well to get the offload.
It was there for Moylan. Might have been thinking about getting to the line before he caught the ball.
Under 6 minutes to go. They look very tired, the Dragons. Big defensive effort in the first half, and now they're nervously trying to hang on to a narrow lead.
We've already seen Gareth Phillips trying to kick for touch. If they're not in great attacking kicking position here at the end of this, they'll do the same. Here's with it now. Runched by Gray.
He's taken out of play for the last
and
tackle.
Lost it.
He lost the ball.
And lost it.
I don't know. And over there, why would he strip it on 7 tackles?
Well, I want to race home and hear what Andrew Johns has to say about this game on the Footy Show tonight. Best analyst in the game.
Clock stays on. You can stand up.
But I don't know if he can explain exactly what's gone on here
I'm not going to debate it with you.
at Cronulla tonight.
And the Footy Show is immediately following this game. Erin with Andrew and Ryan Girdler. Superstars Billy Slater and Sam Thaiday join the show while Bo Ryan catches up with Titan Conrad Harrell, who's one of the game's great characters. The all-new Footy Show coming up straight after this game. Benji Marshall joining the gang too. We saw him with Andrew at half-time, so the big show coming up. Moylan playing it. Seguiaro off the way, Graham. The Sharks chasing points. They're just over 4 minutes from full time and they're 4 points behind. Matt Pryor's got it. Out to Kurt Capel, who nearly breaks through. McDonald clings on to him, but Capel can go again here. And he's very good on his feet, Kurt Capel. He's lost the football.
He's lost it. He was really good, and this is good work from Nene McDonald, who came in with a second effort. Now, McDonald thought he had him tackled. Capel pulled out of it. McDonald didn't lay down. He chased him again, and I think he gets a hand on this. Capel breaks away. Look at McDonald come again from behind. Gets a really good play on it, and Capel can't hold on to the ball. So after a near perfect first 40 minutes, the Sharks have bumbled and fumbled their way here.
They made 9 errors in the second half.
The St George don't look confident. You know, they look nervous, the Dragons. They're not quite sure how to finish this off.
3.5 minutes to hang on and make it back-to-back wins to start the season. They've only done that twice before as a joint venture.
Between Ben Hunt and Gareth Widdop. They will close this out. They'll get the ball over the sideline if need be.
It's good yards by Ball. McDonald. He's been strong with the ball. That's 170 running metres tonight for Nene McDonald. Now Leeson Armau, taken by Seguiaro. Fafita there as well. 4 gone. Away to Graham. Out now to Ben Hunt. Off to Tyson Frizzell. Tries to get around Moylan, but Latelli brings him to ground. Now, what can the Dragons muster here on the last? Well, there's nothing creative about that. Ben Hunt wants to send it over the sideline and try and soak as much time up as possible.
It hasn't been perfect, but it's been wonderfully entertaining, hasn't it? Incredible. Sharks out to 14-0. Dragons score a freak try at the back end of the first half to give themselves a glimmer of hope. Then the Dragons make up the deficit quickly. Then we just went through the most bizarre 10 minutes of football you've ever seen. The visitors find themselves in front in the local derby. I just feel like there's another twist to come.
Is there a trick shot from Cronulla from deep in their own half? Gray's the man tackled. Still 2.5 minutes left. See McDonald, big effort from him. They top the meter eaters tonight.
I'm just got to make sure they don't give away a penalty here, the Dragons.
Here's Moylan.
There's got to be more of that. As the season unfolds for Matt Moylan in Cronulla. Paul Gallen, first receiver, second man to Chad Townsend. Great tackle.
Oh, brilliant.
Tarek Sims.
Tyson Frizzell.
It'll come to Moylan. They're going to have to run this. Wade Graham off for Latelli. Away to Fecky. Throws it on the boot. Where is it? Picked up by Ewan Aitken. They could probably soak up a minute on the clock here with this sense from George Illawarra. So the Sharks, they might have a couple of tackles at them. Off for Paul Vaughan. That's barring there's no mistakes. Oh, that might just about see them home, the Dragons.
Well, you'd nearly take the kick for goal with that big bruise behind him. Shane Flanagan's seen enough. He's off.
Someone told Dino McDonald, no, we don't need a quick tap.
The coach is gone. He's seen enough for the night.
His team led 14-4 at half-time. This is a gutsy win from the Dragons.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know how they had the energy after the first half.
The last 3 games I've watched, Matt, seen a team lead by 14-0 and get beaten. Team lead by 18-0 and get beat. Now another team lead by 14 and get beat.
30 seconds remain. The Dragons, they're going to make it 2 from 2. Kurt Capel wanted to play at that as Graham was tackled. The English veteran taking a couple of valuable seconds away. McInnes, the man, pulled down now. Widdop for Neno McDonald. Here's the last. All they need to do is kick it out, and it's game over. Widdop's got it. He's happy just to take the tackle. In fact, there's a penalty awarded. That'll be enough for the Dragons to win it.
Wait up.
A high shot.
We've got a penalty for the high shot.
Oh, what an incredible 80 minutes of football.
He's got a penalty for a high tackle first.
Really gutsy win by the Dragons.
Game over. Yeah.
But an incredible 80 minutes of eventful rugby league.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm not even worried about kicking for the goal here. You just take the tap. You take any chance of hitting an upright, the ball going back in. That's it. They win by 4.
A great comeback for St George Illawarra. They've made it 2 from 2 to start the season, beating the Sharks 20-16.